My name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold, and that's to encourage you to take some time out for yourself. Do something that will lift your spirits, and it just requires pieces of paper and just a little bit of time and attention, and you will feel so much better for it. So these films are dedicated to my colleagues in a hospital where they work QCH as well as patients, but these films are very much for everyone, and I'm thinking of all ages. It's been a very isolated and a difficult, challenging time, so let's get inspired. These films are also for children too, to get learning and get having some fun, and I think this will be a really good one. So it's another traditional modular snake, or rainbow by the look of it. It moves beautifully, and it's just little pieces of paper that lock together, and it will have been passed on from one person to another because they've had so much fun they just want to share it with their friends. So I hope you're really going to enjoy this. It's quite simple actually, and yet it's a beautiful structure. So it can be long like a snake, it can even kind of fold up on itself as well, or it can be made into a circle, and you can actually seal it up into a circle as well, and it will keep being flexible and interesting. So I was actually sent by a very good friend this beautiful one, and it's so lovely to play with. So I hope maybe you can have an awful lot of fun with this. I have to say I love using rainbow colours as well. I did show a little while back another sort of modular rainbowy snake as well, but this is a slightly different one. I think the one I'm going to show you is probably the original one. So grab yourself some paper, and I will get showing you how to make one of your very own, and it's up to you how long you want to make it. But I think you'll find it's just something that once you get started you'll just want to add to more and more. So if you do have coloured paper, you could use that. I'm going to show you plain paper. So I will show you just with two colours, so I'll keep it simple. Here's one I started, and I'll be showing you how to do that. So it's a little bit interesting because one side is sort of right-handed and one is left-handed. It's how they fit together, but it is simple. But you'll find that you have to fold one lot of pieces in one way and another lot in another way, but you'll soon get the hang of it. So grab yourself something to press on, and I am going to grab myself a piece of paper. So I'm going to use just these two colours, so I'll keep it simple, but so you can see what's going on. Here we go. So I'm going to first of all just take an A4 piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it in half, and just take your time. When you go slowly, you slow yourself down, and things can work well, particularly when you're learning something new. I think going slow is key. We can feel as if we need to just rush and get things done. It's really not the point. The point is to just enjoy learning and slow yourself down. And things will work so much better as well if we do it slowly and carefully. So I have got half an A4 piece of paper now, and I'm going to make a square from that. So I'm going to take a corner and I'm going to bring it down, line it up at the bottom. I'm showing you without even needing to use scissors. You could have coloured in paper, or maybe you can find some coloured paper. Might be quite fun. And I'm next going to remove this rectangle. So if you turn it over, pull up this flap, line it all up like so, nice and carefully. Getting good strong fold, you let out a little bit of tension, and it also means that it's all going to work well too. And then a tiny little nick there, and you should be able to tear that off. That's it. So I want two different colours, so I've got some cream coloured paper just so that you can tell them apart. So again, I'm going to take a corner, doesn't matter which corner, all I'm doing is making a square. That's all. Again, I'm going to remove that rectangle, lining it up. Or maybe if you're in a group, if you're, for example, in a school, maybe you could all make lots of bits, join them together and see how large you can make your origami snake or rainbow. Depends how you're thinking about it. That's it. So for each of these squares, I'm now going to split them up into 4. So we will end up with a total of 8. I don't know whether I'll fold them all, but it'll certainly be added to my collection here. So all I'm doing is splitting up this square into 4. Again, if you go carefully, strong folds, you should hopefully be able to rip them off. we go. So I think I might just do 2 squares of these 2 different colours so you can see what to do. Like so. That's it. Good strong fold. We're getting there. We're just getting set up really. They obviously all need to be the same sizes, whatever you end up doing. There it goes. Strong fold. There we go. There we go. Right. How to get folding. It is nice and simple. You'll be glad to hear. So with a piece of paper, actually I've already got a fold. I'm going to do the diagonal, which I've already got there just because of how I made the square. And then I'm opening it up and I'm going to do the other diagonal. So I'm going to do the other diagonal. Goes. So let's do that for all 4 of them. Why not? As I said, I often do the same move altogether. It's easier. So I'm going to do diagonals. So if you do that for all your pieces of paper, make it nice and simple. I find it more relaxing this way. Again, I've got a diagonal there, so I'll do the other diagonal. So do both of your diagonals. And we're just doing 4 pieces, so it won't take too long to show you. There we go. So we've done our diagonals. Our next step is to take a corner and bring it to the centre. And we're going to do that with the 2 opposite, doesn't matter which 2 opposite, but that's all you're doing. So taking the outside top and bring it to the middle. And I'm going to do the same with the other. So point there, bring it to the middle. Like so. Nice shape. So again, same thing. Go. And the opposite. Like so. So they're all the same so far. That's it. Top to the middle. You're doing this with all your pieces too. Here we go. That's it. And the other side. Great. So I'm going to think how I can add it to that. Right, so if what you do is close it up, and I want you to take one side, in this case I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to fold it upwards. Can you see? So I'm going to take, in this case, this side, and I'm going to fold it up along that vertical line. So I'm twisting it up there, and I'm going to have to go nice and carefully, so I'm needing to look on a solid surface there. So I took that bottom corner and I lined it up along there. There we go. Now if you then turn it round to the back, and I want you to take the other corner and line it up, the same thing again. So you end up with this shape. There we go. So I'm going to do the same thing again. So here we go. I'm using the same colour. Keep the same colour matching the direction. So I'm going to take this side and I'm going to fold it up along that vertical line. That's it. Okay, be nice and careful for this one. But we have to use all your concentration, which is what makes it rather good for forgetting everything else. So I took that corner down there and I brought it up along that vertical line. I'm going to turn it around now to the back, and the same thing, this corner lining up along there, and it makes hopefully this nice little square with these sort of points in it. That's it. And while we're here, this point I want you to fold down to about 1/3, so 1/3 from the bottom, so the top I suppose is down 2/3, something like that. So I suppose this would be double that height there. So it's basically around 1/3. So folding that down, and the other one to match, but folding it back like so. Again, go nice and carefully, so make sure it's all nice and straight, so like so, and then you can maybe just open those up again. That's it. I'm going to do the same with my other cream coloured one. Again, this one, it's kind of hanging over the line, then I'm going to get it to hang over completely. Again, around a third fold height from that horizontal line. So there, and I'm going to take the other one and fold that back. There we go. And then again, opening them up. So I've got two there. Right, so you need to do one lot one way round and the other lot another way round. So it's very simple, but we're going to be doing this one slightly differently. So the other colour, again, I just shut up there, and instead of taking this side, I'm now going to take this side and bring it up. So you'll end up with one side that's right-handed and one that's left-handed in a way. They're mirror images of each other. So I took one side, the opposite side, and brought it up in front. And again, it's the same idea, bring it to the back, and again, lining it up next to the other. Maybe while we're here, we could go the third of the way down. So again, folding it around a third. Maybe it needs to go a little bit further down. Is a bit of a judgment. There we go, something like that. And the other one to match. So that's the smooth side, it goes back, so it's out of view. Like so. And then opening them up. That's it. Right, and our last one. Again, I am taking this, closing it up. And again, I'm going to take this side, not this side, so that they're the opposite mirror images to the other ones. So again, I'm taking this corner, lining it up vertically. Again, looking carefully at the halfway line. I want to be nice and exact so everything works well. And then turning to the back, again, lifting this up. They match together. That's it. There we go. And again, I'm going to take, maybe I'll do it the other way around. I'm going to take this side and fold it back out of view. And then I need to match the other side again, making sure everything's nice and horizontal, lined up. And then this one, I'm going to fold down. There we go. And I'm going to make sure they're nice and lined up. There we go. Right, opening them up. So, how to assemble. How to do it. Here goes. Right. So, we're going to take over. You've got the two different colours. One's right-handed and one's left-handed. But basically, one will slot into the other. So, as I'm holding a piece here, I'm now going to look inside. And you should be able to open up and find a little pocket in there. Can you see? There is a little pocket in there. And that we're going to slot one into the other. So I'm going to take this one and slot it inside that pocket. Now I've pushed one in, and the bit where I've already folded a crease needs to go into the pocket of the next one. So I'm having to look in there, and I'm going to open up that pocket in there. So that's open. Now it's a bit hard to show all of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck in the flap from the cream one into the white one. But it's basically one is slotting into the other. That's it. And I've done that front and back. So I've done it front and back. So can you see it's already slotting in there? Let's do it again. So the white one's gone in, then the next colour is basically alternating, will go in. So again, I'm having to open up that pocket inside, and I'm going to push in the next colour. That's it. And the white will be able to tuck into the pocket. Gosh, it requires so much concentration. So again, I'm opening up the pocket so the white will be able to tuck into there. So I'm tucking that one in there, front and back. And it's just using the little lines that you've made. And again, you've added to your piece there. It's only by doing it you'll really appreciate how it all works, but you will be able to do it. My final piece again. Opening up that pocket, popping one in, and opening up the next pocket for the one that I put in. And again, I want to push over the previous flaps there into there, and they should hang on in there. There we go. I may actually be able to add it to my one that I've been making earlier too. So basically you just keep going each time, pushing into the pocket. Will that go in? That's a cream one, yep. Oh, does it? You have to really think about these things. Maybe I'll look at that another time, but basically you can just keep building up. But it may be simpler to just have your one that you're adding to, and you can see how you're alternating from colours. So at the moment it's the white one which has got the free flaps, so the next colour would be a cream one in there. And you'll find as you add more and more, it gets more and more flexible and it can move around. It feels lovely. And if you use different colours, as you saw, you can make amazing ones. This might be about 30 or 40 pieces, but I could keep going, or you could make it and join it all together. So you can just continue and join and make it a full circle, and you'll find it still has a nice bit of flexible movement. It feels amazing. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'd love to see your beautiful modular rainbows that you make. Modular is like little Lego bricks really, so lots of little things that fit together. I hope you'll have a lot of fun with this. Thank you. Bye bye.